y'all! Today is just a chill, chatty video. I'm just going to give you some life updates, talk about some things I'm loving on booktube. The main reason I'm making this video is because, well, I have left it in the description of my videos, and I've also tweeted about it and Instagrammed about it. I haven't said anything on this channel yet. I'm going to be on a live show on Sunday, May 26th. It will be for the Book Junkie Book Club that is hosted by the wonderful Rachel Marie. We will be talking about The Astonishing Color of After, which was the pick for the May book, and we will be joined by TJ Reads the Stars, Where in the World is Leah Jane, and Reid with Cindy. I think it's happening at like 9 a.m. PDT, 12 p.m. EDT, etc, etc, etc. I will leave a time converter down below, but I'm very, very excited for this live show. It will be my very first one, and I'm also joined by some amazing, amazing people. I adore and love Rachel Marie. She does so much for the community, and she does such cool interactive content. Her TBRs are to be quizzed, and what she does is she basically gives you hints for each of the books that she is reading that month, and then you can guess along with the video, which is really cool. Reid with Cindy, need I say more? Like, at this point, am I a booktube channel, or am I a Reid with Cindy fan channel? The world will never know. I just found Where in the World is Leah Jane because I was going to be doing this live show with her, and she is amazing. She speaks so well and so eloquently. I adore her. And finally, TJ Reads the Stars. Tom is just awesome. But this brings me to something else I want to talk about, which is stuff I've been loving on booktube. I just recently read Daisy Jones and the Six, and it's probably my all-time favorite book now, like hands down. It's beating out like The Count of Monte Cristo and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo for me, which is mind-boggling. But I absolutely adore it. And then the day after I finished it, Tom put out a video where he did a cover of one of the songs in Daisy Jones. So if you don't know, Daisy Jones has a list of all the songs from the last album that the band does, and all their lyrics are in there. And Tom covered Young Stars, and it's fantastic. It's stunning. Go watch it. Go give it some love. It's so, so amazing. I had like the chorus of that song stuck all day in my head yesterday. Like the part that goes, I believe you can break me. Like that part just kept going through my head at work, and I was probably being very obnoxious about it, but oh my god, it's just, I love it so much. Side note, all the stuff I'm talking about I will link down in the description. Other things I'm really enjoying on booktube, my friend Jess from 100 Homes, they are doing, I think the series is called something like Bookish Bestie, something like that, and essentially what they're doing is they are reading their friend's favorite books as their friend reads their favorite book. So Jess's favorite book is Girls of Paper and Fire. They're the entire reason I read that book, and it's like their brand pretty much, and so they basically read that. Their friend reads that while they read their their friend's favorite book. It already looks so fun. I'm very excited to watch more and more of this series. Finally, I just want to mention that my friend Anna from Slytherin Reader, she is going to be doing a 24-hour readathon on Saturday, May 25th. She is doing these just one genre 24-hour readathons. It's going to be a series of hers, and essentially you read just one genre for 24 hours. And so she is going to be doing, I believe, fantasy and magical realism this time around, and she has like a list of prompts and everything. I will link the Twitter for that down below. Go join her, go check it out. I will not be joining her this time around because I have work, and also because I have the live show the next day, and I am terrible at waking up to alarms, so I don't want to risk it. So I will not be joining her, but if you have the chance to, please do. I'm also quite behind on booktube videos. I have been since finals and since the New York trip, so if I haven't commented on your video recently, it's either because I haven't watched it or because it was too awkward and too late, I feel like, to comment on it. Like, I commented on all of Cindy's videos, but then I don't think I commented on her Miami vlog, so that was like, it's been like a month. I don't know if like I can. So yeah, if I haven't commented on your videos recently, that's why. I'm sorry. So I do say this in my Magical Readathon vlog, which is not out yet because there's like 300 video clips in that, and I haven't had the time or taken the time to go and edit that, so I hope I get that out soon-ish. But I do mention this in my Magical Readathon vlog because that's when I decided to do it, but I am switching majors. If you watched any of my other vlogs, you will see at some point me complaining about computer science and my courses and my assignments. And I'm switching from computer science, so I'm not leaving computer science completely. I'm going to minor in CS, but mainly I made this decision because my end game has always been law school, and at some point in the middle of finals of the end of my first year, I had this epiphany of, wait, I want to go to law school. Why am I doing one of the frickin' hardest majors to try to get the marks I need for law school? So I'm doing pretty well in CS. I think my marks are going from like 84 to 90, so A- to A+. But all of my sociology and criminology courses, I've been getting 91 to 96. So I'm getting A+ in all of my social courses. And I was like, I went to CS. I didn't do computer science in high school. When I went into CS, it was because I adore math. My thing in high school, if you knew me, was math. I was #1 math nerd. If you needed help in math, you came to me. If you were doing a math contest, like, I knew the information for it. Like, I was 101 math nerd. And so, when I went to university, I was like, well, I don't know what I can do with my life with math, so I'll do computer science. It's in the same faculty, and everyone is telling me, hey, you're good at math, you like computer science. Newsflash, I don't like computer science. It's fine. Like, I can do it, I will do it, it's just not that fun. I'm enjoying a lot of my social classes, a lot more than my CS classes, and the other thing is, it's just a lot easier for me to do well in social. I am slaving away at CS and math. Like, I took a proof-based calculus course, which don't take a proof-based calculus course. Never think you're smart in university, just take the easy way out. But I took a proof-based calculus course, and it was awful. Like, I lost 10 years of my life doing that class. I still did well in it, I just literally nearly killed myself studying for it. So, like, I was like, I can't do this. Like, I could probably get the marks needed for law school. I could probably get into law school with a CS degree, but, like, right now, I don't want to. So I'm switching from a CS major to a criminology, law and society, and sociology double major with a minor in computer science because I'm already at this point, I might as well just keep taking the classes. I've done like a third of the classes you need for a CS minor, so I was like, you know what, I might as well continue. The thing that pisses me off the most is if I had noticed this earlier, I wouldn't have had to take calculus. You don't need to take calculus to be a CS minor. I'm just... Okay, this is only semi-related to the Magical Readathon vlog, but I'm going to show you a couple books I bought in New York. At the end of April, after finals, I went to New York with my best friend, and we are really big nerds, so we went to a couple bookstores. I didn't buy a lot of things in New York. I think I bought these 2 books, and then I think like a tote bag and some chocolates. But essentially, other than the fact that we're really big nerds, why we went to all these bookstores is because I was inspired to do this trip because of Jesse the Reader. He did these like travel reader like vlogs, but essentially at the beginning of the first one he goes, why am I in New York? Because I wanted to go to New York and I made it happen. And I literally just texted my best friend and I was like, hey babe, you want to go to New York? And then we went after finals. So yeah, but I went to a couple of the bookstores that he mentioned in his vlogs, and one of them was Argosy Bookstore, which is the oldest independent bookstore in New York, and it specializes in rare and antique books. And I picked up the complete novels of Jane Austen, and this is a really old bind-up, so it is apparently made for like the modern library in New York, and according to the inside of the book, it's the first time that all 6 of her novels have been put into one bind-up. However, I can't find details of it online. I cannot find a publication date, so I'm just going to assume it's true, but I only own and I've only read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, so I am very excited to actually read these books. And yeah, it looks pretty old, at least. There's like pages that are falling apart and taped together and stuff, but I'm very excited about this. I had to buy it. It's a Jane Austen bind-up. Okay, and this is the shameful part. You'll have seen this in my unhaul that I did recently, but I own 3 copies of Pride and Prejudice now. I bought another copy of Pride and Prejudice while I was in New York after I bought this bind-up. And it's from the New York Public Library, and it's this really small, like, gorgeous Pride and Prejudice. And it's this really pretty blue, and I don't know if you can see, there's flowers embossed into the front, and there's, like, gold lettering for the title, and it has gold sprayed edges, and I had to have it. It's a tiny, pretty Pride and Prejudice, and it has the famous drawings inside. Like, I had to have it. Also, I kind of bought this on impulse because I was like, oh, I shouldn't buy it. My best friend went, don't ask me what you should buy. I'm buying 3 posters at this very moment, so I bought it. So, yeah, kind of an impulse purchase, but I do adore it. Alright, there's a couple more things I want to talk about. One of the things is that it's almost been 1 year since I've been on BookTube, which it does not feel like that, but I'm thinking of making the Still a BookTube newbie tag that Rachel Marie made. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the 1 year anniversary soon. I will not do a video where I watch my BookTube newbie tag, because I know it was awful and awkward. Like, if you watch any of my old 30-second book reviews, they're awkward and, like, stilted. So, you know, I'm not going to rewatch it. I'm just going to make the Still a BookTube newbie tag for my 1 year. I'm also pretty behind on tags. I think, hang on, I have a list here. Give me a moment. I've been tagged, I think, in 3 videos I haven't done yet. Yeah. So I have the Six of Crows book tag that the book person made and tagged me in. I also have the Infinite Booktuber Challenge that Slytherin Reader tagged me in, as well as the Honest Booktuber tag, which Harriet Rosie created, and on Twitter she was like, hey, does anyone want to be tagged in this? Like, respond to this or something. And I said sure. So I have to do that. So I just have a couple tags I still have to do. What else is BookTube related? Oh, side note, if I seem loopy or anything at all, it's because I'm on new allergy meds. I literally have to take like 4 antihistamines a day right now, because like I've been having chronic highs for like 3 months. It's like actually terrifying. And eventually I just got home and was like, I can't live like this. So I went to a doctor and they just pretty much said, hey, we're just going to give you a bunch of pills and hope that after 2 weeks of straight antihistamines, the highs will be out of your system. So, you know, sounds sketch, but okay, you're the doctor here. So if I seem loopy, you're out of it or tired, that is why. I also don't think 4 antihistamines a day is great for my body. You know, but we'll go with it. Also, yeah, I'm home, by the way. I'm home from university. Another thing I haven't mentioned that much in my videos. I'm home from university. I'm back to the house where I don't have a room or a bed. I have a mattress this time, though. I've upgraded from the couch. I'm on a mattress now. And so I'm sleeping on the floor in the living room on a mattress, but not the couch this time. And essentially, now the summer is here. I'm just working. I'm working like 75% of a full-time job, which is exhausting. But, you know, I'm making good money, and now I've decided to do law school, so I now have to save up for law school. However, computer science was a deregulated program, which means, like, the fees are always skyrocketing, and I think it was going to be like upwards of $17,000 next year, but now I'm back to a regulated program of $6,000 a year. Also, in my high school book tag, I did that part where I was talking about like books I enjoyed reading in book clubs, and I was talking about battle of the books. I can't believe I forgot about this, but When You Reach Me is also a fantastic book. When You Reach Me is like not based on, but like it reads almost like a spin-off to A Wrinkle in Time. A Wrinkle in Time, not really a spin-off actually, like A Wrinkle in Time is mentioned in it, and it's part of how they figure out like what's going on and stuff. It's like middle schoolers discovering time travel and like death and consequences and stuff. It was also like a really amazing book to read in middle school. So yeah, I can't believe I forgot about When You Reach Me. That's something I definitely should have thought of and mentioned in my high school book tag. I guess I'll just end this off with some reading things. So right now, hang on. Oh, okay. So, at the moment, I am reading Jane Eyre. I'm about 9 chapters in. It's going fine. I don't know. I do know I started this, like, a couple years ago, and then I didn't continue at all. And the only reason I still know, like, for a fact that I read it, because I started reading the first 2 chapters, and I was like, I don't remember this. How I know I've read this is because there's one line about Canadian winters in here, and I was like, Canadian! So, yeah, I know I've read a couple chapters in this before, but I don't think I got very far on it, and it is on my Desperate 2019 TBR, so I am very much hoping to get through this book. I don't know if that bead thing on my bookmark hitting the book is making a lot of sound and bothering people. I'm sorry if it is. But yeah, I'm really hoping to be able to get through this eventually. This is one of the books that I really, really need to read. I am also a couple pages into The Count of Monte Cristo. Y'all know this was my all-time favorite book, and then I was like, I think Evelyn Hugo has topped it, and now I'm like, I know Daisy Jones has topped it, but I'm going to reread it so that I can know if Daisy Jones has cemented itself as my favorite book, or maybe it's just because I haven't read it in like 9 years, and maybe I'll fall in love with this and love it more than Daisy Jones again. So we'll see. I just need to reread this and see how much I adore it, essentially. Finally, I'm just about to start 1,000 Beginnings and Endings, which is the group book for the Asian Readathon, and I've had this almost the whole month. I just haven't started for some reason. So I need to get into this, and since it's a collection of short stories, it's probably, I'm betting it's going to be pretty easy to read through. So I don't know why I haven't started yet, I just haven't, so this is something I have to start reading. finally, I just want to mention, if you are flying anytime soon and you have the money to do it, I just bought my flights to go back to university for August. But along with that, I purchased some carbon offsets. So if you have the money to, and you're able to, please consider buying some carbon offsets. The David Suzuki Foundation has a whole document on the best carbon offsets. It's based on, like, third-party, like, certification and, like, transparency, stuff like that. But if you are flying anytime soon, please consider it. If you're not flying anytime soon, also consider it. We all have carbon footprints. I bought my carbon offsets from Less, which is the highest rated one by the David Suzuki Foundation, but I don't know like how many they did because I think they did mainly Canadian ones, like Canadian owned ones, because he's Canadian, and Less I know is definitely Canadian, and I was originally going to buy from Carbon Zero because Less does their projects internationally and Carbon Zero does them in Canada. However, Carbon Zero didn't let me buy them with my debit card, so I had to buy them from Less, but that's okay. They're higher certified, stuff like that. So yeah, if you're flying anytime soon, even if you're not flying anytime soon, consider buying some carbon offsets. But yeah, I don't think there's much else I want to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed something in this video and you got something out of it. Please come to the live show on May 26th. I'm very excited to do my first live show with some amazing people. I can't wait to chat with everyone here. So yeah, if you're at all inclined to hear us talk about The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X. Arpan, please join us. Everything I talked about will be linked down below, and I will see you sometime. Goodbye.